Just have it mix and mix it with the hot. All right. Good morning. Thank you all for joining us here today. And a special thanks to those who are tuning in live or stream back in San Diego and Tijuana. I'm Jerry Sanders, President and CEO of the San Diego Regional Chamber of Commerce. Today marks the start of the Chamber's 18th annual binational delegation to Mexico City. At the Chamber, we view our role in the cross-border business landscape to be a connector and advocate for business in our border region. And that's exactly why this trip is so important. Creating the opportunity for dialogue with the leadership in Mexico City, especially those in the new presidential administration, is essential to advancing our binational region. This year, we have the largest group of ever taking part in this trip, 114 business and community leaders from both San Diego and Baja, representing various industries and interests. It's this large, diverse support that sends a strong message as we tell our region's story and advocate for the projects and policies that are crucial to business and communities on both sides of the border. We aren't just saying that binational collaboration and a strong working relationship with government officials are critical to our region's success, we're showing it. Over the past years, these delegations have helped advance several projects in our region and secure critical funding for their implementation and ongoing operations. This includes the expansion of the San Isidro and Otay Mesa land ports of entry and the construction of Otay 2, the ratification of USMCA, and securing funds to address transporter pollution impacting the Tijuana River Valley and our community. But there's much to do in order to reach our region's full potential, boost our global competitiveness, and improve our binational communities' quality of life. And we're proud to continue working with so many partners in business, government, and throughout the community to move the needle on those issues. I'd like now to introduce San Diego Board of Supervisors Chairwoman Noa Vargas, who's been instrumental in our binational efforts. Supervisor, thank you for participating in this trip and joining us this morning.
Thank you, sir. Good morning. Buenos días a todos. Good morning. My name is Nora Vargas. I'm the chair of the Board of Supervisors, San Diego, California, also the chair of SANDAG. En realidad es un placer estar con todos ustedes como representante de la Junta de Supervisores del Condado de San Diego, como presidenta y también como presidenta de SANDAG, la Asociación de Planeación del Condado de San Diego. I want to take a moment to really thank all of our incredible partners here today. And not only do we have all of our regional local representatives, but also I want to highlight and thank our San Diego Chamber CEO, Jerry Sanders, and his team for all the great work. My colleague and friend, Mayor Todd Gloria, Tijuana Mayor Ismael Burgueño, who has hit the ground running, and we've been able to work closely with him. California State Transportation Secretary Talks, Baja California Senator Gustavo Sanchez, and Consul General Alicia Gerber Palma. I think what you see today, including all of my colleagues and council members and mayors from the area, is that the binational collaboration is key and it's critical to the work that we're doing in the region. For us to be able to move forward, we have to make sure that we're working together. And often people think about the U.S.-Mexico relations and they think about federal and state work that is being done. But I must remind everybody that at the front lines are all of us, the local municipalities that understand firsthand the impact and the opportunities that exist between our San Diego-Tijuana border region. As a chairwoman for the Board of Supervisors, it has been truly not only an honor to serve this region, but also understand how critical it is for us to think about the importance of our workforce crossing daily, the tourism flowing in both directions, the families that live on both sides of the border, and the billions of dollars in commerce moving across our borders as well. When we think of the work that we're doing, it is critical that when you represent this border region, that we are really committed to removing those barriers to make sure that the region is enhancing the quality of life for people on both sides of the border. As many of you know, the San Diego-Tijuana area is the largest economic integrated zone in the U.S.-Mexico border, home to 7 million residents with a regional GDP of over 250 billion and an estimated 70 billion in cross-border trade. To create jobs and promote investments in both countries, we need to improve our binational infrastructure. We need to continue to invest in some of the top priorities that we have. And today, during this session, we're going to have an opportunity to address some of those topics, including the construction and discussion of the new East Otami's port of entry for trucks and commercial vehicles, and really think about what does that mean and how we are addressing one of the key environmental impacts in the border region, which is going to be helped by this new port of entry that will be clean, green, and smart, and it's going to be utilizing technologies that reduce vehicle waiting times, lower emissions, and improve the quality of life. In addition to that, one of the biggest infrastructure needs that we have in our communities that has been impacting our communities for decades has been the inaction in one of the biggest transporter priorities that we have now, which is the cleanup of the cross-border pollution crisis in the Tijuana River Valley. This is the biggest environmental justice issue in our region. And that is why I proudly declared it a public health care crisis in 2021, and then an emergency just shortly last year. And so, only together are we going to be able to move forward and make sure that this binational region is doing what it needs to do, which is make sure that our communities are safe. Como les comentaba, esta región binacional es clave para la economía regional, estatal y nacional de Estados Unidos. Esta delegación, como escucharon, es una de las delegaciones más grandes que ha existido, que viene aquí a México, y creo que demuestra lo crítico que es para todos nosotros en esta región, no solamente la infraestructura, los temas de economía, de cultura y sociales que tenemos. Para mí es un honor poder representar a la Cámara, de estar a la Junta de Supervisores y estar aquí con ustedes y con la Cámara para hacer todo lo posible para que la gente invierta en esta región. With that, it is really an honor to me to introduce one of my colleagues. I think if folks remember, the county of San Diego has 18 cities and unincorporated areas. We can't do anything alone. The importance of this community is that we work together as a region. And one of my true partners in this process has been the mayor of San Diego, Todd Gloria, who day in and day out understands the importance of not only the binational community, but of what that partnership looks like so that we can do the best for our communities together. With that, Mayor Todd Gloria.
Thank you, Chair Vargas. It is a pleasure to work with you on city-county relations and now today on binational affairs. My name is Todd Gloria. I'm the mayor of the city of San Diego. I'm pleased to be here at this summit with other representatives from the city of San Diego, including Councilmember Marnie Von Wilpert, as well as Councilmember Vivian Moreno. I appreciate the opportunity to share a few remarks this morning. San Diego and the Cali Baja form one interconnected mega region, a binational community where thousands of people live, work, and move across our border daily. And whether it's students crossing to go to school, grandparents visiting families, or workers commuting across our border, our region is defined by the deep ties that transcend the border itself. This connectivity fuels immense opportunities, enriching both our cultural vibrancy and our economic vitality. We have made significant strides through this annual event in critical areas, including the Tijuana and Otami's East Port of Entry. But let me be clear, we are not declaring victory, at least not yet. We have much more work to be done. For the Tijuana River Valley, we have secured substantial federal commitments to expand and refurbish the International Wastewater Treatment Facility to help in addressing longstanding environmental challenges. This week, the city of San Diego has begun burn repairs in Smoker's Gulch. These repairs aim to restore the channel to its original state before the damage from the massive storm back on January 22nd, and to help prevent future stormwater from overflowing. The repairs will also help to contain sewage flows. The repairs will also help contain sewage flows coming from across the border. This work began last Monday and will take about 1 to 2 weeks to finish. This is progress, but our work, of course, continues. At Otay Mesa, we are making progress on the port of entry, the east port of entry. We have completed, thanks to the leadership of the state of California, with deep appreciation to Governor Newsom, Secretary Mashankin, as well as our state delegation. They have completed construction on State Route 11, building 7 new bridges and 3 interchanges, as well as installed 17 miles of fiber optic cable, relocated international utilities, and added 7 air quality monitoring stations in Otay Mesa. That is also tangible progress. Once completed, this port of entry will significantly enhance our global competitiveness. It is also not the final solution to our ever-growing border wait times. That is part of the reason why we're back here in Mexico City. It is through continued collaboration that we have been able to make progress on these issues that have plagued our region for so long. Working hand in hand at all levels of government and on both sides of the border is how we will make progress for communities on both north and south. And we must continue to work together and innovate for a better Cali Baja region. I'm proud to be here alongside Tijuana Mayor Ismael Becerril. We both want what is best, not just for our respective cities, but for our entire region. And the only way to make meaningful progress is by working together on challenges like air pollution, water quality, and border wait times that affect all of us, Tijuana as well as San Diego. By aligning and sharing our resources, we can tackle these issues effectively and ensure that there's a more prosperous future for everyone in our binational region. I want to congratulate President Sheinbaum on being sworn in as Mexico's first female president. I'm looking forward to working with her administration on these initiatives that I just mentioned. As a former mayor, I know that you can relate to the importance of community experience in municipal government brings a distinct perspective on the practicalities and urgencies of local issues. Together, we can use this understanding to advance key initiatives that benefit our communities, foster enhanced cooperation, and drive meaningful progress across all of our cities. Our region's combination of San Diego's tech innovation and Tijuana's manufacturing expertise positions us to compete extremely well globally. And this cooperation is absolutely crucial, not just to overcoming the challenges, but creating long-lasting positive change that improves quality of life for everyone. So this trip mirrors the Chamber's efforts to advocate for our binational delegation back in Washington, D.C., ensuring that decision makers are fully aware of our priority issues, the Tijuana River Valley crisis, the importance of the Otay Mesa project, and we're here to make sure that our federal partners understand these needs and secure the resources that we need to address them. Together, we are setting new benchmarks in international cooperation that future generations that we represent will surely benefit from. There's a lot more work ahead, but I'm absolutely energized about tackling these challenges with this group of binational leaders. With that, it gives me pleasure to hand it over to I think it's fair to say, still new mayor. The new mayor still on. But a friend and someone that I'm just so excited to have as a partner in binational work. San Diego and Tijuana are absolutely critical to each other. Tijuana succeeds, San Diego does as well. When San Diego does well, Tijuana does well too. And that's why we're both here today to speak for both of our cities, recognizing that we share the objectives, initiatives, and problems that we're going to see. Please welcome to the podium in there. Tijuana, your name.
Comentarles, agradezco al alcalde de Santiago Gloria estas palabras. Realmente trabajar en una coordinación binacional es muy importante. Esta relación entre Tijuana y San Diego es una de las más dinámicas e interconectadas en el mundo y abarca varios aspectos claves que impulsan el desarrollo de ambas ciudades. Te traigo datos que considero que son muy relevantes y son la base también fundamental para nosotros poder efectuar todos estos proyectos binacionales que no tengo la menor duda que van enfocados en el bienestar de la colectividad. Por ejemplo, existe un intercambio comercial porque prácticamente la región binacional genera un intercambio económico de más de 275 millones de dólares anuales entre México y Estados Unidos. Sabemos que esta es una parte significativa en el comercio y esto pasa por la frontera Tijuana-San Diego. También decirles que referente a manufactura y tecnología, bueno, Tijuana es un centro de manufactura avanzada, especialmente en sectores como la electrónica, automotriz y dispositivos médicos. San Diego es un centro tecnológico en biotecnología, software y telecomunicaciones. Y obvio, ambas ciudades dependen del flujo de insumos y productos finales entre sus economías. También, referente a empleos transfronterizos, bueno, se estima que más de 50,000 personas cruzan diariamente por la frontera para trabajar, lo que subraya la interdependencia laboral de la región y lo que la hace la frontera más transitada del mundo. Decirles que el cruce fronterizo entre San Isidro y Tijuana es el más transitado del mundo, con aproximadamente más de 70 millones de cruces al año de personas y millones de vehículos. Además, Otay Mesa es uno de los principales cruces para el comercio terrestre. Imagínense el tema de modernización e infraestructura. Sabemos que en los últimos años ha habido una inversión significativa para mejorar la infraestructura fronteriza, como la expansión de los cruces de San Isidro y Otay Mesa y la construcción del cruce peatonal CBX, que conecta diariamente con el Aeropuerto Internacional de Tijuana. Referente al turismo médico, qué importante es este tema. Tijuana es un destino líder en el turismo médico, atrayendo alrededor de 2.4 millones de turistas médicos al año, muchos de ellos provenientes de San Diego y de otros lugares de Estados Unidos. Generan más de 800 millones de dólares al año. Y no se diga el intercambio cultural y entretenimiento. San Diego y Tijuana comparten una rica vida cultural con eventos y festivales binacionales como el Festival de Cine de San Diego y Tijuana y una vibrante escena artística y gastronómica. Decirles que en el tema educativo e investigación, bueno, pues hay instituciones educativas como la Universidad Autónoma de Baja California, UABC, y la Universidad de California en San Diego, que colaboran en proyectos de investigación y programas de intercambio académico, con un enfoque en áreas como salud, biotecnología y medio ambiente. También está el esquema de la investigación conjunta. Incluso las universidades de la región colaboran en temas como el manejo del agua, energía renovable, salud pública y cambio climático, lo que impacta positivamente en el desarrollo en general. No podemos también dejar a un lado el tema de la migración y la movilidad de los seres humanos. En ese sentido, miles de trabajadores cruzan diariamente para trabajar en sectores claves como la construcción, la agricultura y el comercio. La economía de San Diego también depende en gran medida de esta gran fuerza que consideramos laboral. Y en el tema de migración, bueno, Tijuana es un importante punto de entrada y de espera para migrantes que buscan asilo en Estados Unidos, lo que añade una dimensión humanitaria en la relación transfronteriza. Hablamos incluso de seguridad y cooperación. En ese sentido, la región enfrenta retos comunes de seguridad y en ese sentido estamos trabajando ya en coordinación con el gobierno federal y del estado y al mismo tiempo con esta gran relación binacional para generar esas estrategias específicas y claras para el fortalecimiento de la seguridad. ¿Qué quiero decir con esto? Vamos a invertir en tecnología, en inteligencia y vamos a lograr incluso fortalecer el esquema de seguridad. Ya nuestra presidenta de México, Claudia Sheinbaum Pardo, trae muy claro este tema y bueno, esa gran coordinación nos va a fortalecer para tener estrategias específicas y trabajarlas incluso con San Diego y poder generar las condiciones de seguridad. Decirles que hay proyectos, por ejemplo, el nuevo cruce Otay Mesa, está en desarrollo un nuevo cruce fronterizo, ya lo han escuchado. Bueno, tiene como objetivo principal mejorar la eficiencia del comercio y reducir los tiempos de espera para el transporte de mercancías, lo que impactará positivamente en el comercio regional. También el transporte binacional, que son proyectos de transporte como la extensión del trolley de San Diego y el desarrollo de infraestructura de transporte público, donde buscamos facilitar el tránsito entre ambas ciudades. Y no menos importante, que es el tema que traemos actualmente, sostenibilidad y medio ambiente. Sabemos que las dos ciudades colaboran en la gestión de recursos hídricos compartidos, como el río Tijuana y la bahía de San Diego, buscando las soluciones sostenibles ante la escasez de agua en la región. Y los proyectos ambientales, existen proyectos binacionales para mejorar la calidad del aire y reducir la contaminación del río Tijuana, que fluye desde México hacia Estados Unidos. En pocas palabras, la relación binacional entre Tijuana y San Diego es clave para el crecimiento y estabilidad económica de la región fronteriza, con una interdependencia en múltiples áreas que impulsa el desarrollo de ambos lados de la frontera. Decirles que auguro grandes proyectos a futuro. Estos 3 años en donde estaré al frente de la administración pública en el municipio de Tijuana, tenemos toda la voluntad para poder generar esos proyectos con una agenda que considero debe ser estricta, de evaluación permanente, y de esa manera lograr construir lo que nunca se había construido en la historia con esta relación binacional entre Tijuana y San Diego. Yo agradezco la voluntad que ha tenido y que sé que de manera natural tiene el actual alcalde de San Diego, Todd Gloria, y le agradezco infinitamente el tiempo y los espacios que nos hemos dado para colaborar, para dialogar y principalmente pues armar esta gran agenda binacional. También con Nora Vargas, que también tuve la oportunidad de platicar con ella y los demás alcaldesas, en los cuales estamos estrechando lazos de comunión y así generar estas grandes condiciones y fortalecer todos estos proyectos en la frontera. Muchísimas gracias.
Hola, buenos dias. Good morning. I am Tok Somashak, California's Transportation Secretary. I'm honored to join my colleagues from the region in Tijuana, San Diego, across Mexico, Mexico City here this morning. I am part of Governor Gavin Newsom's cabinet, where I know this partnership, this relationship, and our efforts to improve it and to enhance it remains a priority. Governor Newsom was here just a few weeks ago for the inauguration of new President Sheinbaum, and I hope my presence here today continues to highlight and show that this relationship between the state of California and the San Diego region, Baja California, Tijuana, the country of Mexico continues to be one that is very important. California's special connection with Mexico is built on a strong relationship. Our history of collaboration facilitates trade, commerce, and culture. The Baja California region plays a vital role in maintaining crucial cultural and commercial ties between California, the US, and Mexico. I want to start off by underscoring, as it's been mentioned already, California's commitment to build infrastructure that facilitates movement of people and commerce between Mexico and the United States. In doing this, we will be advancing transportation policies and projects that help border communities thrive. It means jobs for California and the entire region, and the nations as well. And it means results for our constituents. As it's been mentioned already, a lot of families, a lot of people in the region will benefit significantly from the work that we're doing here over the next 2 days. We will continue to make key investments along the California-Mexico border region a priority to increase the efficiency of trade and commerce. Our region benefits from the strong work relationships with our partners at the local, state, and federal levels to build a world-class transportation system that connects the two countries. And we will continue to do this with the partners that you see standing behind me this morning. Thankful for the San Diego Chamber CEO, Sanders, Supervisor Vargas, Mayor Gloria, and our Mexican partners like Mayor Borgueño, and the new Mexican administration, President Sheinbaum, as well as I mentioned already, the great leadership from our elected officials in California, including Governor Gavin Newsom. Together, we're tackling reducing border wait times, building zero-emission vehicle infrastructure on both sides of the border, and planning for more buses, trains, and trolley services throughout the region. Let me take a moment as well to highlight the importance of State Route 11, Otay Mesa East. I want to congratulate our Mexican partners on their quick work and want to emphasize California's commitment to finishing the Otay Mesa East Port of Entry building as soon as possible. In California, we have nearly completed all the infrastructure needed to support this new port of entry. As Mayor Gloria mentioned, just over the last 4 years, this is important to know, again, over the last 4 years, we've built 3 interchanges, 7 bridges. We've laid 2.4 miles of new roadway and 17 miles of fiber optic cable, performed 181 acres of environmental mitigation, and relocated 2 international gas lines and 1 international water line in the region. The last pieces of this project to be built are the port of entry building and a new commercial vehicle inspection facility. We're excited and ready to get to construction again as soon as possible. My office and I will continue to work diligently with everyone involved in the Otay Mesa East project to oversee the completion of this exceptional planning work project spanning more than 2 decades. Again, I'm honored to be a part of this important conversation. The state of California recognizes, even beyond transportation, how important this relationship is, how important this mega region is, this binational region is. So look forward to seeing the results from the efforts over the next 2 days as we look to continue to enhance and improve the relationship between parties on both sides of the border. Good morning. Oh, next. Oh, please. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is Paloma Aguirre, and it's my pleasure to be here today as the first Mexican-American mayor to represent Imperial Beach on this delegation, alongside leaders from both sides of the U.S.-Mexico border who are committed to advancing regional collaboration. This delegation reflects the spirit of cooperation that defines the Cali Baja region, and I am honored to represent Imperial Beach as we work together to address the shared challenges we face. Today, I want to focus on one area of progress that brings us hope: Mexico's investment and efforts to upgrade the San Antonio de los Buenos treatment plant in Tijuana. For those of us in Imperial Beach, this development represents more than just an infrastructure project. It's a crucial step toward cleaner water, safer beaches, and healthier communities. For years, we have faced pollution from the Tijuana River and coastal discharges that have directly impacted our beaches and seriously impacted the health of our residents. Our local economy has been severely impacted by the more than 1,000 consecutive days of beaches that have been closed since then. But Mexico's commitment to modernizing and expanding the San Antonio de los Buenos plant shows that progress is possible. Once this plant comes online, it will significantly reduce the untreated sewage flows into our waters. This is a victory not only for Imperial Beach, but for the entire region. It's proof that when we invest in cross-border solutions, everyone benefits on both sides of the border. I want to thank the Mexican government for recognizing the urgency of this issue and taking concrete action, particularly President Andrés Manuel López Obrador and his administration, as well as Baja California Governor Marina del Pilar Ávila. The improvements to this plant will reduce pollution, improve water quality, and create a safer environment for our residents, beachgoers, and businesses that rely on tourism and recreation on both sides of the border. I look forward to working with Mexico's new president, Claudia Sheinbaum, as we continue our efforts to improve border wastewater infrastructure. This project also reminds us of something important. When we solve environmental problems, we create economic opportunities. While this progress is reason to celebrate, it's also a reminder that our work is far from done. We must remain vigilant and committed to completing this project and ensure it operates effectively. Continuous communication and collaboration between the U.S. and Mexico are essential. We need to build on this momentum to create long-term solutions that address all the sources of pollution, not just today, but for future generations. Our delegation's focus on border efficiency, water management, and economic partnerships aligns perfectly with the goals we're pursuing in Imperial Beach. Clean water isn't just an environmental issue, it's a public health issue and an economic one. And I am proud that our efforts are contributing to the shared vision of our healthy and thriving binational region. I also want to express my gratitude to the San Diego Regional Chamber of Commerce for organizing this delegation and to all the leaders present at this press conference and in the trip. Our delegation is a testament to what we can achieve when we work together. I also want to thank the Mexican officials and community partners, especially Mayor Ismael Burgueño, who's been very open and collaborative with our city, and the entire San Diego Cali Baja region. Our relationship is so important, and it is built on trust, shared goals, and a recognition that we are stronger together. Thank you all for your continued partnership, for the hard work we are all doing, and for the dedication to see our Cali Baja region thrive. Buenos días a todos y a todas. Es un gusto estar aquí con ustedes como la primera alcaldesa mexicoamericana en representar a la ciudad de Imperial Beach en este viaje, junto a líderes de ambos lados de la frontera, trabajando juntos por nuestra región. Esta delegación refleja lo mejor de lo que somos, vecinos y socios que entienden que los retos que enfrentamos no se pueden resolver solos. Representar a Imperial Beach en este esfuerzo es un honor, mientras avanzamos nuestras iniciativas de manera colaborativa. Hoy quiero hablarles sobre un avance que nos llena de esperanza, la inversión de México para mejorar la planta de tratamiento de San Antonio de los Buenos en Tijuana. Para nosotros en Imperial Beach, este proyecto significa muchísimo. No es solo infraestructura, es la posibilidad de tener playas más limpias, agua y aire seguro y comunidades más saludables. Por años hemos lidiado con la contaminación que viene del río Tijuana y de las descargas costeras. Esto ha afectado a nuestras playas, nuestra economía y, lo más importante, la salud de nuestra gente. Pero lo que México está haciendo con la planta de San Antonio de los Buenos es una señal clara de que el cambio sí es posible. Cuando esta planta empiece a operar, se va a reducir significativamente la contaminación que llega a nuestras comunidades. Esto no es solo una victoria para Imperial Beach, sino para toda nuestra región fronteriza. Cuando resolvemos problemas juntos, ambos lados de la frontera ganan. Quiero agradecer al gobierno mexicano por reconocer la importancia de este problema y actuar con rapidez, sobre todo a la administración del presidente Andrés Manuel López Obrador y la gobernadora de Baja California, Marina del Pilar. Este tipo de colaboración es exactamente lo que necesitamos para avanzar. Las mejoras a esta planta van a reducir la contaminación, mejorar la calidad del agua y en general nuestras comunidades serán más seguras para las familias, los turistas y negocios que dependen del turismo. Espero con ansias seguir trabajando de manera colaborativa con nuestros líderes de Baja California, sobre todo con el nuevo alcalde Ismael Burgueño y con todos los delegados que vienen presentes en este viaje. Quiero agradecer a la Cámara de Comercio por todos sus esfuerzos y toda nuestra colaboración binacional. Muchas gracias.
Gracias. Muy buenos días, Gustavo Sánchez, senador de la República por Baja California. Dear my friend, Jerry, welcome to Mexico City and together the delegation for the San Diego Commerce Chamber. Bienvenidos sean todos a esta edición 18. Cuando yo fui alcalde de Mexicali hace ya 8 años, tuve la oportunidad de involucrarme directamente con la Cámara de Comercio en estas misiones tan importantes que Larry ya desde entonces organizaba. Y soy un convencido de la importancia que tienen este tipo de eventos, este tipo de esfuerzos. Como ustedes lo saben, desde el Senado de la República tenemos la responsabilidad de cuidar, de promover, pero sobre todo de impulsar la relación internacional, muy en particular con nuestro principal socio, no solo comercial, sino socio en todos los aspectos. Y lo eres cuando estás geográficamente conviviendo 24 horas al día, todos los días invariablemente. Por eso yo celebro mucho este esfuerzo, la delegación más importante en esta 18 edición, más de 100 participantes, representantes de elección popular aquí presentes, tanto del área del sur de California como de Baja California, representados por el alcalde Ismael Burgueño, y decirles que desde el Senado de la República estamos ya trabajando precisamente en esta tarea. Tareas importantes que tenemos ya prácticamente haciéndolo. Tenemos en este momento en ciernes una revisión que se está haciendo del Tratado de Libre Comercio TEMEC, importantísimo para los efectos comerciales del país. Estamos ya trabajando en los temas que sé que son mutuamente de interés: medio ambiente, seguridad, transporte público, aduanas y demás. En fin, todo aquello que haga más fuerte esta zona Cali Baja. Vuelvo a decirlo, cuando fui alcalde pude comprobar la importancia que si logramos que la región California sea fuerte, como lo es, estaremos también logrando que nuestros países estemos desarrollando mutuamente una zona muy, muy importante para el país México y para Estados Unidos. Por eso, desde ya cuenten con todo el apoyo desde el Senado de la República para impulsar estas circunstancias. El día de mañana tendremos el agrado, tendremos el gusto de recibir a la delegación en el seno del Senado de la República, aquí en la antigua casa sede del Senado. Será un gusto desayunar mañana con toda la delegación y poderlo recibir en el Senado de la República a esta importante misión, repito, de funcionarios públicos de ambas fronteras y de empresarios importantes en ese sentido. Sé que va empezando su función el alcalde de Tijuana, Ismael. Desearte, Ismael, toda la suerte en este esfuerzo que sé que lo tendrás. Igualmente, good luck, suerte, mi amigo Tatloria, porque sé que también próximamente estará él viendo su posibilidad de seguir como alcalde. En fin, bienvenidos todos a la Ciudad de México. A nombre del Senado de la República, sean todos ustedes bienvenidos y éxito en los trabajos. Gracias, muy amable. A continuación, paso la palabra a la embajadora Alicia, por favor.
Gracias. Muchísimas gracias. Buenas tardes a todos. Soy Alicia Kerber, cónsul general de México en San Diego. Quiero agradecer al señor Jerry Sanders por haberme invitado a este magnífico evento, así como a la Cámara Regional de Comercio, quien ha hecho un esfuerzo extraordinario para consolidar esta importante delegación. La misión de esta delegación binacional representa una gran oportunidad para que nuestra región se consolide como una de las más importantes regiones en México. Como decía anteriormente un comercial, you need to live it to believe it. El potencial que tiene la región Cali Baja realmente es no solamente por la vecindad, sino en materia cultural, en materia académica, en materia de innovación. Sí hay grandes retos, pero también hay grandes oportunidades. Creo que dos proyectos que consolidan a la región Cali Baja es la designación de World Design Capital de la región Cali Baja. Por primera vez se da a una región binacional como esta, y también el próximo tianguis turístico que se va a realizar precisamente en Tijuana con un concepto binacional. Creo que es el momento de realmente empezar a trabajar de manera concreta y unidos, como lo han señalado los anteriores representantes que han tomado el micrófono, para hacer frente a estos retos, pero siempre con esta imagen de que trabajando juntos es como mejor le irá tanto a la región Cali Baja como a México y Estados Unidos. Ya lo decía el alcalde de San Diego, si le va bien a San Diego, le va bien a Tijuana, y creo que el alcalde de Tijuana acaba de mencionar como los puntos torales de la relación bilateral en los que la municipalidad de Tijuana está poniendo especial atención, como son los cruces fronterizos, como es la infraestructura, como es el turismo médico. Un dato muy importante es que el 77% del turismo médico que se realiza, o turismo de salud que se le llama, que se realiza hacia Tijuana, es totalmente fronterizo. Eso abre una gran oportunidad, no solamente para la inversión, pero sobre todo para la creación de empleos, y así una infinidad de proyectos que se estarán consolidando. Creo que para la administración de la doctora Sheinbaum, esta región va a ser un punto importante dentro de su agenda, y que el Consulado General de México en San Diego se quiere sumar a estos esfuerzos para seguir construyendo puentes entre las diferentes autoridades que se encuentran presentes, tanto de Baja California como de San Diego. Seguiremos trabajando bajo el concepto de una diplomacia consular humanista, así es que en cualquier aspecto que piensen que el consulado les puede servir, por favor no dejen de avisarnos, que estamos para servir tanto a México como establecer los contactos con las autoridades de Estados Unidos. Muchísimas gracias.
Well, does anyone have any questions?
Well, it's a special year for both countries. I mean, we had elections in Mexico and the first, president also in the States. We're like 3 weeks away from the election. So what are the expectations from local or state authorities on the relationship between these two countries?
Let me give it a shot. I appreciate what you're saying, and speaking for myself, I'm hopeful that we'll have 2 female presidents soon leading our 2 countries. I think that would be a good thing. But I think the importance of this summit is that no matter what happens at the federal level, you still have subnational leaders at the state and local level who will always be in communication, who will always work together. And if the tide improves at the federal level, we'll welcome that. If the tide recedes, we'll be there to make sure that these issues don't get lost. So I think this summit is an important indicator of the fact that regardless of what happens in the national elections in the United States in just 15 days, that the Cali-Baja region will continue to work together very closely. We have no other choice, but this is actually joyful work that we do. Working on cross-border issues is a wonderful and positive part of my work. I think all of my colleagues here would say the same. So a lot of attention at the national level, but do not forget about the subnational level where there are daily conversations, I would even say hourly, where we work on these relationships, address these challenges. It would be helpful to have federal administrations that share these priorities, but regardless of what may come, we will stay focused on making sure that we improve life in both Baja and in California.